Welcome to the video on functions. Is the relation given below a function? Whether the information is given in a table of values, in ordered pairs, or on a graph, you should be able to determine if a relation is a function. Remember, a function is a special relationship in which each member of the domain, or your x values, is paired with exactly one member of the range, your y values. Think of it this way. An x value can only have one favorite. It cannot have two favorites or three favorites. So let's put each of these to the test. For example, in our table of values, we see that 2 has a favorite of 1, 3 has a favorite of -2, 4 favors 2, and 5 outputs or favors 1. Now, two different members of the domain can or are allowed to have the same output value. So, this passes the test. Yes, it is a function. And if you take the same domain and range values and write them as ordered pairs, the same is true here. Each input value has exactly one output value. It's true that two input values have the same output value as y, but that's okay. They can have the same favorite or the same output values. Now let's graph each one of these points and see what this function looks like on the graph. On the graph, we see that the x-axis represents all of our domain values or our input values. And the y-axis, well, that represents our range or our output values. Notice that each input value, whether it's a 2, a 3, a 4, or a 5, has exactly one output value. Here, for 2, the output's 1. For 3, it's 2. For 4, it's 2. And for 5, it's 1. There's an easy test you can run to determine if points on a coordinate plane represent a function. It's called the vertical line test. If you drop a vertical line anywhere through these points, you will see that the vertical line strikes 1 point and 1 point only, which means each input value has exactly one output value. So, in each case, we see that we definitely have a function, whether you're given a table of values, some ordered pairs, or a graph.